Physical intimacy in a marriage brings two persons together in the most profound way. It is the deepest kind of intimacy possible.
In this episode of Healthy Marriage Traits, we look into the topic of physical intimacy. We spoke to John and Anne, a couple that has been married for 51 years, for some marriage advice in this area.
To me, I think intimacy is not only physical. I think intimacy through life. Every day you are together, so that's how you get to know each other as well as learn about each other and also know how to handle intimacy. Because intimacy is not just sexual.
The word intimacy is closeness, as we know, but the world look at, when we talk about intimacy, mean it's always sex, but that's not all of it. Although it is part of it, which is very important. If you are married, you have to have that sexual intimacy, But more so that intimacy is more of everyday life, that how you have it with your wife. Do we still are in close contact after 51 years? Do we still hold hands? Do we still hug each other and kiss each other, And that's part of intimacy, When we go out in the shopping complex, we still hold hands. And some of our working colleagues see us, then they will say, wait, what the word there? They call it lalaso, is it?
Lalaso.
Lalaso. Still lalaso. I say, why cannot lalaso? So those are the things that the physical side, that we still, hold hands wherever we are, And at home also, sometimes we when she's cooking, I'll go to the kitchen, give her a hug and say, hey, what are you cooking today,
Sometimes it can be very mundane things, but I think they are very important things.
When my husband and I got married, one advice we heard was that sex is a 20-year warm-up, not something two hot-blooded young people will expect to hear. But 29 years into our marriage, we find so much wisdom and truth in that statement. Physical intimacy in a marriage brings two persons together in the most profound way. It is the deepest kind of intimacy possible because it goes above and beyond a mere physical relationship. Another statement we heard is that sex is not just the icing on the cake, but a vital ingredient in the cake itself. Because it is fundamental in a marriage, without a healthy sexual relationship, a marriage will not be able to thrive. Just like a cake missing a vital ingredient, it will not rise properly. And a wrong ingredient will also cause the cake to fail. Now, what is often and commonly portrayed about sex is mainly about self-satisfaction. But sex in a marriage that thrives is about giving. It's about putting our spouse's needs and interests above our own. The more we learn to give, the deeper our relationship will grow. Physical intimacy with our spouses has many dimensions. As I have said earlier, sex in our marriage is not a mere physical thing. Of course, there is the physical touch that couples should learn to enjoy throughout the day. A kiss here, a hug there, occasional holding of hands, etc. Now, there is also the intellectual, the emotional, and even the spiritual aspects that enables us to continue growing and enjoying each other in our relationship. Now, sex may culminate in the bedroom, but as couples, we must be able to share our thoughts, listen to each other. We have to constantly be able to communicate how we feel, to express our emotions in a way that protects our marriage. Learn to fill each other's emotional banks, and this is the part where we learn to give. It takes a conscious decision to do that. It also takes a lot of humility on each spouse's part. Now, always seek to build each other up and not tear each other down. Sharing a similar spiritual belief also helps us see each other with the same value system and therefore will help us draw closer to each other. But the more we give to each other outside the bedroom, the more we will be able to receive and enjoy our physical intimacy in our marriage. Couples who learn to grow in a wholesome relationship will more often than not feel loved and appreciated. And they are the ones who have the best physical and sexual relationships in their marriages. All these need to be learned and cultivated. So yes, sex is indeed a 20-year warm-up.
We are going to bring John and Anne to experience an intimacy activity together. And what better way than dancing where they met so many years ago?
We're going to learn waltz today.
Okay, let's begin. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
Well, we haven't gone on a dance floor for donkey years.
Like a big creaking also.
But we are not a good dancers.
We
It's
never
just
learn.
that,
We never learn dancing.
We
It's
just
that-
follow the crowd. Is that a party? They say, let's dance. Just go and dance, enjoy ourselves.
Having been married for 51 years, John and Anne share some of the lessons they have learned in their marriage.
Being so married so many years, the boredom also sets in, you know. So I think learning not to take each other for granted.
For me, I believe that we have to spend time together. Continuing in our relationship that helps to really develop it, that it will be sustained, you know. If not, you do your own, I do my own. Then, although you are growing older, but also you are growing apart if you do that. So we need to have time and to accept one another as we are growing old. Then make an adjustment how to be intimate in other ways, not only in sexuality, you know.
When you make time for each other, you will feel emotionally connected to your spouse. Over the years, as your appreciation for each other grows, so will your love.
To my dearest wife, Anne, wow, we are now married 51 years.
So long time.
You know, as I look at some of these photos, I remembered our wedding day, and you know, having loved you and willing to be your life partner for life, I took your hand in marriage. We are blessed with 3 children, and you are such a wonderful wife to me, and such a loving and a caring mother to our children, and I really appreciate it very much. And I see how you have struggled through, you know, even to raise up our 3 children. And I'm very thankful to you, my dear love. Hopefully, your love for me ceases not till death do us part. And I love you very much. Your loving husband, John Leong.
Bit mushy lah. Thank you for being a beautiful husband, father, and friend for 51 years. A long time. It has been a wonderful, beautiful journey in life. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay. Thank you.